All right, so hello everyone. Hello, and welcome. Right, welcome to another episode of the Effort series. And I'm super excited about our guest on tonight, Dr. Nichole Peters, you all. If you don't know her, you're getting ready to know her, okay? And so she is the Believe Queen. That's what I call her, y'all. Snatch back your power, believe. And so I'm excited to have her joining us on the Effort show tonight. And so, look, if this is your first time ever hearing me, ever seeing my or whatever the case may be, and you're like, what effort? What is all of that all about? Look, I've been hearing it around the town. What is effort? So it's about faith in it, right? What are you believing for, right? Number one, do you believe in God? Are you believing in your dreams? Are you believing that you can have whatever it is that you desire? And then facing it. Facing your challenges head on, you all. We ain't putting no more band-aids. We're not sweeping it under the rug. We are dealing and we are healing. And then number three, fulfill it. Look, you got to be committed in this thing, right? You got to be committed into fulfilling your God-given purpose. Why? Because I can't do it for you. Dr. Nichole can't do it for you. Your mama and daddy can't do it for you. Only you can do it. And someone's waiting on you. So how much longer are you going to make them wait? And so I am Carlika Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that. And look, you all, welcome. As you're coming on, say hey, hi, hello, say something. And then, of course, take like 2 seconds of your time and go ahead and hit that share button. And once you do that, put shared in the comments because look, we're all about accountability, right? So go hit share. It ain't going to take you but what I say, like 2 seconds, right? 2 seconds of your time, hit that share button because something up here on tonight of this transparent, transformational, let me say that again, transparent, transformational conversation is going to help somebody. And we don't want to withhold any good information from anyone. And so let me get a couple of things right on out the way. Look, we have our Effort Boot Camp coming up May the 17th. If you have not had an opportunity to join, now is your time. Today is your day to join. You said, hey, look, I'm tired of being stuck. I'm tired of being frustrated. Unless you like being frustrated and stuck, unless you like not fulfilling your purpose, then this boot camp is not for you. But if you're ready to take massive action, if you're ready to say, I'm tired of playing double dutch I'm coming in, and I keep saying that, look, you all, May is almost here. And if you ain't in the game by now, look, what are you waiting on? But you may say, hey, Carlika, I don't have any confidence. I don't have enough clarity. I'm feeling a little stuck. I'm feeling a little lost. Then we just want to invite you. No pressure. It's just the invitation to our Effort Boot Camp. We would love to have you. And look, if you're looking for a community of women, like-minded women who not coming here to have, we ain't playing no games, you all. I told you on my watch, we not being lazy. We not just sitting around doing nothing, but we are taking action. And prayer is an action word, right? Prayer and fasting changes things. And so our Women Who Pray community, we would love to have you in there to use your gifts. Look, we don't want you coming in another community just sitting and doing nothing, but we actually want you to take action. Pray for yourself, pray for someone else, uphold one another, and let's grow in God and our business together. And so, look, you all, we have some people that's just sitting out there right in the waiting room. I'm going to get you in. I'm getting you in. I'm going to do all of that stuff on tomorrow, but nevertheless, we would love to have you, right? We would love to have you. And so, hey, Selena and Dr. Sapp and Westine, look, ladies, welcome. So look, I'm getting ready to bring our guest on, Dr. Nichole Peters. Right now, I pray that you all have had an amazing day on today. Thank you for sharing. For those who've already shared, we appreciate you, and for tuning in, right? And so you all, we've been at this since March the 8th, and we're not stopping. So if you want to be a guest, look, come on in. I would love to have you. I would love to have a chat with you to know more about you and your backstory of how you're effing it up, you're faithing it, facing it, and fulfilling it. And so I'm getting ready to bring Dr. Nichole Peters right on up in here. Let me see here. What's going on, Doctor?
Hey, hello everyone. What's going on? What's going on with the faith queen in here? She called me the Believe Queen, and I call her the faith queen.
Look, that's all I know how to do is believe, right? It's all about believing. And a lot of people, look, Selena's like, Hello, Dr. Nichole Peters. You all, and it's with a look. Let me let y'all know it's with an H2. Okay, go ahead on and put that in there. But look, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And you all, I've been asking all of our guests 5 things, right? And so let me go over these things. Dr. Peters says, you know what? Your fire power is believe it. Let me say that again. Your fire power is believe it. And we're going to talk a little more about belief because look, I think some people, our belief game, they got a little low because of things that's happening around us or even in our own life. And we're just like, oh God, I don't know if he really going to come through on this one. You said in your word. Look, you can snatch back your power. Snatch back your power back. And she's going to go into that, you all, because that is her thing right there. Snatch your power back. She says, I will never give up as long as Father God keeps on breathing through my nostrils. Look, you all, look, every day is another day. Every day is another opportunity to do something different every single day because someone didn't have the opportunity. Right. And so I love it. My past did not define me. Come on, somebody. My past. We all have one. Now, if you sharing it or not, because we up here sharing our past, ain't no shame in the game. We putting it all out there. You can't hold it over my head because I didn't threw it from over my head, out my mouth, round the corner. Look, I'm just saying. Lastly, but not least, she's a warrior for God first, family, and ever wounded soul. The Lord sends. Welcome, you all. I am super excited to have this conversation, but make sure you connect with her on Instagram at CEO Believe in Your Dreams. You all heard it. CEO Believe in Your Dreams. Look, if you're on multiple devices, go ahead over there right now and follow. It's not going to take you that long. You're like, we taking action now before you even get off of here because I know we forget. Mm-hmm. So, Dr. Nichole, go ahead and say a few words, just introducing yourself. I gave those 5 things, but you introduce yourself in the way you want to introduce yourself.
I sure will, but I appreciate you from giving me this opportunity and showing me much love on your platform. I love your platform. I think it's amazing and it's rocking. And I just want you to keep on snatching back those powers for those people to.
Oh,
phone wrong. I apologize. I thought I had put it on. What is it where you don't the notifications where it goes straight to my notification? But I just want to tell everyone these words here is that I'm Dr. Nichole Peters. Yes, I believe in snatching back the power. Anybody who lost it doing traumatic experiences, that's been wounded, been downtrodden, that feel like they don't belong in the room because you do belong here. That feel like they're a product of their environment. You're not a product of your environment. You're a product of God. I'm also the CEO and publisher of Believe in Your Dreams Publishing Academy and also television, where I have a television network that has every smart device that you can have from your laptop to your phone to everywhere from Roku to Amazon, to Apple, and we're actually getting in a couple other more places. But that's what Dr. Nichole mostly do is help others to believe in their dreams, but not also believe in my dreams, but also to believe in other people's dreams as well.
I love it, you all. And that's saying, you know what? Look, the thing is, I look at it as our households, right? We always gonna take care of our households. I don't care how we gotta do it. Right, we're gonna take care of our household, but when you can go outside of your household, you can go outside of yourself and say, not only am I believing for my dreams and I want to see mine manifest, I'm believing for yours to manifest as well. And however I can come alongside you,
yes,
and support and guide you and push you, even in those times when you don't feel like pushing yourself.
That's true,
ladies. That's what community is about. Right? Yes, that is what community is all about. So you all heard me say, Dr. Nichole says, you know what? Snatch back your power. And so, Dr. Nichole, let us know a time in your life where you felt powerless. You felt like, you know what? I don't think I might not can't do this, but I'm going to snatch it back.
Well, the most deficit time in my life, I would say that I knew it was time for me to snatch back my power, because if not, I would have been somewhere dead, Carlita. I'm just going to keep it real on your show. I can't come any way but real. But I never forget having that gun pointed at my head. And the only reason why the guy didn't kill me is because I was pregnant with a child. And he said, you know what? I'm gonna rob you. I'm gonna go ahead and take everything that you and your old man have, but but I'm not gonna kill you because y'all have a child on the way. So at that point is when that gun was pointed to my head until I turned around and for him to see my belly, you knew that wasn't nobody but God, right?
Nobody.
So I knew I was in my darkest moment, in my darkest time in my life. And I said, you know what? I said, I got to get myself together for me. I got to get myself, even though I loved him, but I know what we was doing wasn't right. I know the game that he was in wasn't right. So was I gonna play that game, or was it time for me to play the game that God purposely wanted me to walk in? Because the more and more I ran from God, the more and more hell I went through, Carlika. So that's when I knew I had to snatch back my power that God showed me in my visions a long time ago, that I would go and help so many people around the world. Snatch back the power to know that I believe in myself, to know that I should have better, want better, and should want to help others to do better. Snatch back my power of knowing that my life is worth it, and it's of value, and it's of respect, and it's of love, and it has nothing to do with abuse. It has nothing to do with the streets. It has nothing to do with the product of environments out there. It all has to do with my faith in God. Do I have enough of mustard seed of faith where I can move a mountain? And if you can move a mountain, anything is possible. So why not snatch back my power?
Woo! I told y'all you're in for a treat on tonight, right? So if you're feeling that, like, you know what, the situation I'm in, where I've come from, where my family didn't come from, you know what? Tonight is your night, right? You all hear me say it all the time. Now is your time. Today is your day. And like Dr. Nichole Peters said, snatch back your power. So tonight is your night to say, you know what? I'm taking back everything. Because the word of God promises that he will give us everything that the cankerworm stole. He will give us everything and restore us. And so the question is, do you want to be restored? Do you want to snatch back your power? Do you want to feel and know that, you know what, my past does not define me? Do you want to know those things? But some people don't want to move forward, right? But you're right. I love what you said. You knew it was God.
Yes.
God, did you hear this story? At gunpoint, and the guy said, I'm going to rob you. He ain't deterred from saying, I'm not going to rob you, but I'm not going to shoot you because you with child. Do you know how many people in this society right now who could care less?
Yes.
Even people being with child, it's like, okay, but nobody but God spared her life.
He didn't believe in killing children, and he didn't believe in killing pregnant women. And that's one thing that I told him. I said, wait, Lord, thank you. Thank you. I'm way in Mexico with a gun pointed to my head. Way in Mexico. My family wouldn't be able to find me or anything. So I knew then it's time for me to do better in life. That was my lowest point, and I can't hide it from people. And however the situation went, yes, I end up doing 5 days. And I know people say this girl at like 5 days, 50 years, Carlika, but all it took for me was 5 days. 5 days. And I knew then it's time for me to change my life. And that's when I formed my organization called Women of Love, Power, Respect, where we 58,000 strong. So that's how I turned. I knew it. And I thank God.
Wow. Love, power, and respect. Like that's a word all by itself. Love, power, and respect. And ladies, it starts with us.
Yes.
You gotta love yourself.
You got to love yourself before you love anybody else.
What you say?
I love that man so much, Carlika. I put my life out there for that man. I did whatever he needed me to do. Well, I ain't going to say whatever, but if it was, I didn't want nobody else riding him. So I took the ride. I ain't want nobody else around him because I wanted to be that down chick. You know, that ride or die chick.
Ride or die.
And I like to be in that ride and that die for real. So yes, I knew it was time to change my life.
Wow. And someone up here may be listening. And if you haven't shared the video, go ahead and hit the share button because someone else may be thinking, you know what? I need to change my life because too much hell is going on around me, in me, all around and everywhere I look. And I know that, you know what? I need to change my life. But how do I even start to do that? When I love what you said about being a product of your environment, right? We are not a product of our environment unless you want to be. And I always say, unless you want to be. Because all of us have experienced some type of trauma in our life. All of us have experienced, something that shifted us.
Yes.
But then the question is, because you see people 40, 50, 60 years old, and they're still traumatized. They're still in that trauma where they haven't forgiven, they haven't moved on. And when do you say to yourself that I'm going to snatch back my power? When do you say to yourself that, you know what, I'm allowing myself to stay in these situations? When do you say, you know what, enough is enough? And I'm going to look, I'm going to pull up, tighten up my bootstraps. I'm going to get around some other people, right? Because when you really want to make a change.
Yes, you must. You must think about it, Carlika. We have so many people that stay stuck in that same environment for years on top of years, and they never change because it's been told, it's been planted in our mindset, in our head. You know, when you're looking at a girl that lived in a project for 18 years. 18 years I was in, even though that's where my atmosphere, my environment was, but that's not where my heart and my mindset is. Right. And I knew that I would change one day. And I used to sit on that porch with my grandma. I said, Grandma, I said, in my dreams, I was helping people. All the people that was wanted, all the people that needed something. I said, I was just dreaming away of how I was going to help them believe in everything. So I did not execute what my visions was as a child, because when I lost my grandmother and my father 9 months apart, it took me downhill. And the first thing I went for was someone that was going to love me. Wow. And I didn't know that someone loving me would put my life in danger like that. But look, I take full responsibility because I choose to let him still love me after I knew what was going on with the situation. So you know what? And you feel that way because you feel like that's what people tell us. Oh, we're not going to be able to, we're only 10% of the hood that get out and be somebody. Or mostly everybody that comes from the project is going to be on, from food stamps and welfare all their life. They're not going to be nobody. You don't graduate from college if you're from that area. But I'm here to tell you that's the story from the pits of hell that the enemy want to put in your mind. Yes. And you gotta understand the battle of our mind is what the enemy want. And he can get your mind. He got you.
Yes.
But you got to realize that Mark 9:23 said anything is possible for those that believe. That is Mark 9:23. And blessed are those who love the Lord and put it in practice. That's Luke 11:28. When you put the Lord work into practice, his words into practice, he will bless you abundantly, exceedingly, and you will be more joyful around this earth than you ever could be. I have seen God open doors for me like never before. And you think I don't say, why not me? Because of my past. But let me tell you something. When you give God your past, I'm tired of these people that's on here. Oh, today is a beautiful day. I made 6 figures. I made 7 figures. They never, ever talk about what they've been through. As if they just had a chocolate chip cookie and milk all their lives. I don't care if you lived in a projects. I don't care if you lived in a mansion. You done went through something. Everybody got a closet.
And that's the thing, Dr. Nichole. That's the thing. And that's why even with this, that's why I say it's transparent, transformational conversations. It's always people need to see the success, but people need to understand that this success didn't come with a price. People need to understand that the anointing comes with the price. People need to understand, even with your purpose, there's some pressure, there's some pain, there's some other things that take place. People just can't wake up and then like, oh, okay, right. Tell about the tears that you cried. Tell about how you grew up, or tell about some trauma or something happened in your life. And everyone's story and background is different. But I love what you said. People need to share that and quit being silent, because that's what people want to know. How did you really get from point A to point B? We ain't even going to point Z. How did you get from point A to point
B? Because, honey, I got them all the way to Z. I got them all the way to Z. Because I never forget when we had career day at school, Carlika. And you know what I was told? When I was having a bad day, I was ready to kill myself as a child. The enemy already knew who I was. And he knew what was going to happen. And I was ready to kill myself when I overheard my grandmother saying that, don't you think it's time to let Nikki baby know that I'm not going to be here long because I'm having a congestive heart failure? So as I had to, if you stay 2 miles rating from your school, you got to walk to school. And we had to cross this bridge. And under this bridge was a river right here in Papa Quarters as you go on down that street on Austin Street. And I'm sorry, not on Austin Street, on Church. And I had to go and walk to the school. But when I got to that bridge, Carlika, I was ready to jump in there. I was ready to jump in that bridge because I didn't want to live without my grandmother. I already found out that my father was dying from sugar diabetes and they already was cutting his foot off. And now I hear that my grandmother's going to leave me. Out of my three heroes was my mother, my grandmother, and my father. My mother worked so hard with 9 kids and then had my mama to raise, her sickly mother to raise 2. And she fed mostly everybody she could in the PJs. So she worked so hard. So I instilled so much from my grandmother.
Wow.
And when I was going across that bridge, I stopped and I put my book sack down. Thank God one of my other friends was running late for school. Said, "Hey, Nichole, what you doing? Let's go. We got to get to school. We know today is career day." I get a career day. We've seen so many people, fire, days ago,
Right.
fire department, counselors and everything. But this one lady came in there. She was a speaker and an author, and she rocked my world. She made me forget everything that I went through, Carlika.
Wow.
Everything. And I knew then I wanted to do that and make other people smile because he had already showed me in my visions I was going to be helping so many people. And I was talking and helping and going to save people because come on now, in the projects, you see all kind of stuff, fight, drugs. You
Right.
see women getting battered. You see people cussing. You see so much. And I was like, well, see the opposite of how I can help.
Yes. Yes.
And when she told me that, she was like, well, reading and comprehension is your weakest subject. Once you go on something in math and science, she didn't believe in me. But God believed in me. My grandmother believed in me. And that's why I always say your firepower is believing. Fire for focus. I is for important. R is for resilient. And E is for equipped.
Woo! Come on, you all. Look, I told you didn't want to miss this one tonight. But she said as a young kid, God always had his hand on you, though.
Yes.
Because it's a lot of people who he had his hand on you. He always had that ram in the bush to say, not today.
Not
You're
today.
not doing it today. You're not doing it right now. You're not doing it no never, because I have to use your mouthpiece, regardless of reading and writing and whatever was your weakest point. He said, I elevated you. Now this is your strongest point to help someone else. Because y'all, did you hear? She has her own TV network as well, right?
Yes.
So this coming from someone who said, and this is why we have to tear down the labels that other people say to us. I don't care if it's from a household, a teacher, but that one conversation, and you all hear me say this, one conversation, one phone call, one conference can change your life.
Yes.
That one encounter of seeing something different, a speaker and an author seeing something different, changed her perspective. Say, you know what? I'm going to be the mouthpiece. Yes. Because her firepower is belief. And you all, that is so real, because if I don't care who don't believe in me, right? You ain't got to support it. You ain't got to believe it. You ain't got to, it does not matter. Why? Because I believe. And I know that my father, he already wrote the blueprint before I was formed in the womb. So look, I don't have to worry about no people. I believe in the vision he gave me. Dr. Peters believed that, you know what, the vision that he gave her, and regardless if you like it, hate it, with it, support it, don't support it don't even matter, because it don't stop nothing.
It don't stop anything at all, because you know why? I tell people all the time, they always worry about a mustard seed of friends, mustard seed of critics, mustard seed of opinions. They always worry about a mustard seed of what she said or what Dr. Pepper or Dinkin Sue did, but they don't never worry about that mustard seed of faith.
Come on.
You gotta stop.
Like if we can focus on that part, right? Let's focus on the stuff that really matters. Some people are so engulfed in who's not supporting you. Then change your circle.
Change your circle. First of all, when you change your life, you change your circle, and you're gonna know to be around people who's gonna support you. You're not gonna be around people no more. You know, when I got hit in the head from domestic violence, and I couldn't even know how to spell the word dat. I was spelling it D-E-T. I had to get physical therapy, all kind of things done because of the violence that I went through. But you know what? I got around people in a circle who didn't say, well, she crazy. She not going to write that book. That girl, she called a disability. She got a disability now. I got around people that said, oh, yeah, you're going to do it. You're going to be great. I see you. I see you. They got a lot of Dr. Stevies out there, a lot of Karen Cherries and a lot of Cheryl Woods and different people out there that's here cheering us on. A lot of Carlika Mingos, Carlika, I called you a Mingo. That's my family name that supports me real hard. A lot of Peter's family, a lot of people that's out there that support us, Mendez, that support us. But I want to tell y'all something. Stop worrying about what other people say. If I'm worried about what other people say, way, I would not have my PhD in leadership and biblical studies. I would not have my professional certified coaching license. I would not be an 18-time best-selling author already, been in 5 book projects already this year. I would not have my own Believe in Your Dreams network and academy where I just got accredited to start my own schools. Tell me what God cannot do when you believe in yourself. And believe in others. Don't worry about who don't support you, because as long as you got King Jesus, you don't need nobody else.
Come on. Come on. Now, y'all, that's a whole word right there, because too many of us, we don't even believe in ourselves. So how dare you even expect
for other people to believe in you?
Like, you had this expectation of other people. You won't even show up for yourself. You won't even invest in yourself. You won't even support yourself. You won't even say, you know what? I got to take responsibility for where I am right now. I don't care what you've been through. And no one is, let me say this. Let me put this disclaimer out there. No one is negating what any of us have been through.
That's right.
What I'm saying is that does not have to be your life.
Yes.
What I went through as having my kids out of wedlock, the shame and the guilt and all of these different things. I'm not there anymore.
That's it. You're not there.
I'm not there anymore. I done moved on. Like my oldest 19. If I was still there and she 19, what's my problem?
Exactly. And you're not gonna let people hold it over your head. I done had so many people say, girl, remember them nights we did this, or remember them nights we did that? I was like, honey, and God knows those nights too. I done gave it all. My past does not define me. God does.
Come on.
So whatever I did in my past don't have anything to do with my now. Right. And it's so many. Kalika, I gotta go here. Go
there.
It's so many Christian bullies.
Ooh.
You cannot be a Christian and a villain. Pick a choice. Or pick a side. Since I've been in this industry, I have noticed so many people that try to tear me down. But you can't tear down something that God done rebuilt.
Right.
Do you hear what I'm saying? They can't tear down nothing that God created. I asked God to create me a new mindset, create me a new heart, create me a new life, create me a new way of how my atmosphere, create me everything that I needed to equip myself. See, when you stay equipped 365 days a year, I'm numb to some of the stuff that people are talking about. You're looking at a girl that tried to kill herself. Also like the guy killed, and God still got me here. Come on. That let me know I have a purpose in life. Like, you got a purpose and everybody else got a purpose. And it's up to them to find it. Cast your cares on the Lord and realize the joy of the Lord is your strength. And as long as the joy of the Lord is your strength, you should be happy every day, no matter what you're going through. Now, I'm not saying every day is peaches and cream, because it's not. It's not like that for me anyway, because you're looking at a girl went from 14 medications now to 4 medications. When I tell you, I done been through domestic violence. I done been through abuse. I done been through rejection. I done been through living in poverty. I done been through it all. But one thing about it, I'm still standing. And it's Les Brown always say, even if you down, if you can look up, you can get up.
You can get up. You gotta get hungry.
You gotta be hungry.
You gotta be. I love some Les Brown. You gotta be hungry. So, ladies, those out there, listen, how hungry are you to get out of whatever it is that you're in? I often say, Dr. Peters, that don't let people define what God has already designed. Let me say that again. Don't let people define what God has already designed. He's already given you the power. He's already given you the vision. Now it's time for you to walk it out, right? Yes. He said, write the vision, make it plain, right? Some of us keep writing it over and over again, and we're not taking no action. It's just going to be a vision on that piece of paper, but you got to put some action behind it. You got to put some work into it, and don't be worried about what other people think, not worried about what other people are going to say, because guess what? It doesn't matter what you're doing, they still gonna talk.
Yes, they still gonna talk. They still gonna talk. That's why I tell people all the time, you gotta live by. You have to live by faith and not by sight and not by people. I always add that in there. You gotta live by faith and not by sight and not by people. Because no matter what you're doing, there's still gonna be those critics out there that's gonna always know who you were. But as long as you know who God say you is, I was just like Moses. Moses don't know why God had chose him, even though he had inadequacies, had speech impairment, had everything like Moses try to tell God all kind of ways to let him go. But God said, I'm sending D-I-M Tell them the DIM is sending you. I was just like, even like Jonah. Remember, Jonah didn't want to go get on that boat that God wanted him to get on and go help those people over there. Because Jonah knew what kind of people those people were.
Right.
He knew what he didn't want to go get in that mess. But right. God had already sent him into that territory. God had told him where to go, but he called himself gonna go on a whole nother boat.
Whole nother boat. He like, I'm going a whole other direction.
Yes. And then he gonna go to the bottom of the boat as if he can run from God. Let me tell y'all something. It ain't no running from God. And I said ain't because I'm a Louisiana country girl. Hey, Bugaboos, Louisiana in the house. I tell you what, I tell you this much. It's not no running from him. You can't run from him. If he got a purpose on your life, go ahead and get in alignment. Yes. And watch you be blessed. You will be blessed in every aspect of your life.
Dr. Peters, when you think of Jonah, once Jonah like, you know what? I'm gonna just obey from here on out.
Yes. He was like, I'm gonna obey from I'm
gonna just do what you say do, because what I don't want to do again
is go in that belly of that well. He didn't want to go in that dark belly of that well. But like I tell people, yeah, Jonah had those 3 days in that belly well. I had them 5 days in that slammer in hell. So you know what I'm saying? Me and Jonah, that's my brother right there. And I'm just like, the only thing different for me and Job was Job believed that long as God blew in his nostrils, no matter what he was going through, yes. Even though he felt like God would just still award him. He suffered so much. And see, me, I used to turn from God when I suffered. I used to think, oh no, he didn't love me. And that's how people make you think, especially in some of those real, I call them, don't get me wrong, I love our religious people, but some of them are religious, too overly religious, and they kind of look nutsy with it, and they have you thinking that if you made one mistake that God don't love you. That is another one that's falling from the pits of hell. That is not true. God would never forsake you. He know we all fall short of the glory, but I want to know, what are you gonna do to show God that you are in it for the end? I don't care what the enemy bring to you, Carlika, because we know one thing: every new level come a new devil. Every new level come a new devil. Let him send his general, because a general is nothing compared to God warriors. And when you become a warrior for God and you become a bleed warrior, you rock and you soar and you slay every demon that come your way.
Every last one of them. And you are, but that's just saying that you have to be prepared. Right? You gotta be prepared. A lot of people want to go to these new levels and these new dimensions, but can you handle the pressure? Right? A lot of us can't handle the pressure. And so that's why you may be looking at other people and like, oh, they're there. Don't look at them where they at.
I've been called even soft before, Colika, and there ain't nothing soft about my past. Nothing soft, baby. But I tell you what, I just thank God for a change.
Yes.
Since I changed my life, I done been called soft. I done been called, oh, this girl don't stand up for herself. I'm standing up for myself. Exodus 14:14, stand still and God will fight for you. Glory.
Come on. Like, because I ain't got to fight my battles. And that's why I say people have to be careful. Be careful how you handle people. Be careful how you handle people that walk with a heavy anointing and mantle on their life. Be careful how you handle people, right?
Be careful. Very careful. You don't know who they are.
Let's hop over to this chat, because it's blowing. It's just going. Hi, Thomasina. She said exactly. Aisha says, oops, sorry, y'all. Aisha says, preach new levels, new devils you are. And you got to be able to handle that. Like, you can't respond the same way. You can't respond because, look, they're going to come. Who says you exempt from it? They came for Jesus. We not exempt for people coming at us.
And you I don't have to respond. You got to realize one thing: everybody, your enemy, is really not your enemy. Look, even Judas, God knew Judas was his enemy, but he used him to get to that cross.
Come on.
So everybody that's your enemy, you don't have to fall out, kick, and do all this screaming and hollering. Like, it's a shame. Like, nowadays, you see more Christians on Facebook throwing more slangs and hits at people than anybody. And I'm like, really? Is this what it's all about now? Like, really and truly, you can't take a rejection, or you can't take that somebody got construction criticism for you or anything. We got to learn how to be better than that.
Right. We got to learn how to respond better than that.
Because you will never get the old me. It's gone. God done created me a new mindset and a new heart. You're not going to get it. Only people might get that is my children.
Look, you're gonna all of me, right? The household used to, but I love that because we have to, number one, you all, it's called growth and maturity. We got to grow up.
Yes.
I'm going to just say it. We have to grow up. We cannot keep responding and doing the same thing. Certain people do certain things because they are expecting you to respond a certain way. As soon as you respond differently, they the ones looking like,
they can't have, but like this girl crazy. Like, I can't believe I said this to Nichole and she just smiled at me and said, "Oh, God bless your soul." Yes, because God bless your soul. I want him to bless your soul like he blessed mine. And I know that, forgive them, Father God, because they don't know what they do.
Right. And
that's what they got to understand.
And when we think about it, a lot of things that the rejection and different things that some people try to push off on other people. You all, when we really understand, the Bible says to know people by their spirit.
Yes.
Then you'll understand that they're really not coming against you like that. It's something far deeper that's going on internally with them that have nothing to do with you. And when you get that mindset that, oh, you're coming for me, but it's really not you. You ain't even got to break them down like that because, look, I got to be careful sometimes because I'll be ready to break people down. Like, let me tell you something. I don't expect you to love me because you don't love yourself, sis. And that's okay. So when you start loving yourself, then you'll be able to love other people. Oh, no, what you're trying to say about me, it has nothing to do with me. This is all your internal frustrations. Have you healed yet?
Have you healed? And then, hurt people. Right. And I don't understand how some of them that be out there that be coaching others and everything, and they broken, they hurt, and they going. Not saying that you're not going to go through something and you still can't do your coaching business, but when you know you are truly crushed and you broke and down to the little itsy bit, that mustard seed, okay? Yes. Go and get into your secret place. Let God bring you back stronger than you ever be. Like he said, those that believe in him, they will renew their strength and they will mount up like an eagle. And I have watched it. We got to think about an eagle. You know what? When an eagle feel like they can't do the battlefield no more, they go back to the ground. They pluck all their feathers off. They go back into a healing and they get their wings back together and they let themselves heal for a while. And then when they fly back again, they fly back much stronger. We as humans, we need to learn how to not pluck our feathers off because we don't have any feathers, but pluck our mindset to believe that God got us and that God is with us in every battle of our life. And every
look, God, we don't have any feathers, but what we need to pluck off are some of those things that's withholding us. We need to pluck off some of those strongholds. We need to pluck off some of those labels that people have put on us. We need to pluck off some of those decisions that we have made. We need to pluck off some of that unforgiveness, pluck off that bitterness, pluck off of these things that's going to be able to take us to the next level. So some of us, you're blocking your own blessings because you refuse to pluck some stuff off. You refuse to release some things off of your life. So now you're feeling frustrated. You're feeling stuck. And because you're frustrated, now you're mad because I'm not in a frustrated place. That's okay, because I'm gonna keep going and doing the thing. You can't be mad at me because I'm obedient. Don't be mad at me because it ain't no secret. Be obedient. It ain't no secret. And no matter what you tell me, they got people get mad at you from being on Father God, be on the warrior side with Father God. Like, how you mad at me? Because you love me when I was Nikki Lee. You love me when I go ham. You know, God, they love you. They love you when it was just a thought.
Yeah, when it was just a thought, or when they thought I was a nobody or a product of my environment. Now you're seeing I'm doing good. Now you're seeing I'm loving God. Now you're seeing that I'm giving it my all. Now you're seeing I got my organization, helping people write books, people whose stories thought they'll never be told, helping people get a TV show all over the globe in 127 countries. Now you mad?
And that's okay.
You know what? It's okay, because long as Father God is with me and by my side and he send me the right type of people, I'm going to pray for the mad ones. I'm not going to even be upset with them. I'm going to love them from afar.
And all we can do, I love what you said. We pray for them, but this is the thing: as believers, as disciples, like some of us are still operating just as the world do. What you say about me? I don't care what you say. Let me serve notice right now to people and the enemy. I don't care what you say about me, because long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, as long as I'm pleasing God, let me say that, as long as I'm pleasing God and able to please him, everything else falls in line and in place. And regardless of what you're saying, as long as my heart is right, my motives are right, and I'm doing his will,
Yes.
You need to get off, quit focusing on me, and number one, focus on God. Quit focusing on your situation, focus on God. Quit focusing on other people and comparing your life to other people. I can't compare, I ain't here to compare my life with nobody else. Because like Dr. Nichole said, the trauma that she went through, nope, I ain't go through some of those things, but we all have a story. And so when are you going to get up? When are you going to grow up and say, you know what? Look, they saying pluck it off, right? You need to pluck some stuff off. Go ahead.
You got to pluck something off and break some chains. You got to break some chains, and you got to break some barriers in your life.
Come on.
Pluck it off, break some chains, and break those barriers in your life. Don't let nothing stop you. If God gave you a yay, this is all you need, is that one yes from God. When God tell you, look, and this is how me and God talk. I don't know how everybody else talk to God, but that's my best friend. That's my bestie. You hear me? And when I tell you, sometimes I be in the store and I be talking, people be looking at me crazy. I know who I'm talking to. And he'll tell me some things, and I'll be like, really, God? Like, this what you want me to do? And I go out there and I see I can do it.
Yes.
Because you know what? God said, and it's one of my favorite, Mark 9:23. Anything is possible for those that believe. And I'll tell you in a minute, when you believe, you're going to snatch your power back from like ever before. You're going to snatch back your mindset. Yes. You're going to snatch back your heart. You're going to snatch back your family that love. Because one thing about the enemy, he'll come when he can't get to you and he see that your power is building up with God, he going to come through the ones you love. So like I had to tell my kids before one time, and don't get me wrong, I love my babies. We get them on real good, but I'm a real mother. And I'm talking about, I don't be no bestie with my kids. I'm a real mother because it's real situations going on out there. And I'll tell them in a minute, if you let the enemy use you to get to me because he know I love y'all unconditionally, then that's on you. But let me prepare you for him like my grandma did for me. Because my grandma knew that God had a calling on her life. She knew it, but she would equip us to let us know that he's going to try to come through them, come through us and me and my siblings to get to her. But no. I taught my kids the same way. And right now they're saying, a minute, Mama, we'll never let the enemy get to us to get through you. They ready for it. My spouse is ready for it. We ready. We on that camp with God. And once you on that battlefield with God.
Look, I was getting ready to say, it took me to the hymn. I'm on the battlefield. Some of us, we not prepared. So you're on the battlefield, and some people, you looking around, getting ready to get beat up because you're not ready. You're not prepared. You're not guarded. And so you looking around, and that's why the enemy's slapping you around like he is, because you're not prepared. How do you prepare for the battle, right? How do you prepare? It's like preparing to exercise. It's preparing for anything. How do you prepare your day, right? Are you preparing your day on the phone gossiping? Are you preparing your day not in prayer? Are you preparing your day talking about other people? Are you preparing your day tearing down? If that's how you start your day, let me give you a little news flash. Let me give you just a little tip. Do something different, right?
Do something different. Can I tell them one thing they got to do different, sis? One thing they got to do different, the faith queen, is they must make prayer their biggest weapon.
Come on.
When you wake up in the morning with a prayer and you go to bed with a prayer, the enemy have got two black eyes, not one, but two. Because one thing he hates is a prayer. He hate a prayer. He hate anybody that talk to God.
Yes.
He hate anybody that talk to God. So put God's words into practice and watch him bless you abundantly.
Yes.
Don't worry about the enemy. Crush it. We got to realize Psalm 91 said that God would cover us with his feathers. He would send his angels down to cover us. And when we walk, we trample over the enemy. Yes. And one thing about it, the enemy don't award us salvation. God does.
God does. Amen.
God does. Sure does. And when you have a mindset, just growing your mindset, people like Nichole, I never thought, like when I go home and I see some of my older siblings, like the ones that saw me when I was just tore up from the floor up, and they be like, look at you now. We watches you. We buy your books now. Look at you. You used to sit and say that you would do all these kind of things, and we watching you do it. Manifestation.
Come on. You know, that's my word for the year right there. You are the power of manifestation is real. But in order to see the manifestation, you got to do some work.
You got to do some work, and you got to go through the fire. You got to
believe. And you're right. You got to go. You're going to go through some things. You're going to face some challenges. And that's what effort is all about. How do you face your challenges? Are you going, woe is me? Okay, well, no. I don't settle. Like some of us just settle like, okay, well, this is just supposed to be. No, what's supposed to be is what God has called you to be, right? Not what someone else told you. I love what Kay said. She said, put God's words into practice. Come on, you all. He's giving us the word, but we got to apply this thing. And so even in the body of Christ, what you see a lot, people don't have application. I'm not, like I say often, I'm not moved by you reading the Bible from the front to the back. I'm not moved by your title. I'm not moved that you post you a scripture every single day or some encouraging words. Congratulations. Someone might have needed to read that. But do you really
moved by the heart?
Is it in your heart?
In your
the Bible says to meditate on it day and night and have the words like it.
And your infamous.
You got it on your lips. Then you ain't got to put somebody out. If you got it on your lips, there's certain things you don't even have to comment on because you just like, yeah, that ain't for me. Like, yes, this is a part of growing up. When you
part of growing up.
When you grow up,
in order to be in certain careers and in certain positions, you got to have a strong mindset. If not, they're going to tear you down. Because you got to realize, even in the church, they got demons. Even in every job field, they have demons. Yes. And when he sent his imps, he sent the ones that he know is vicious like snakes. But I tell y'all what, if you just know this, and know when you on the greater side, and when you know that your creator is your sword, your living tongue to speak life is your sword. You don't have to go out there and fight no battles anymore. I don't care what they say about me. I know they say, well, this girl don't talk like this or she don't talk like that. I talk like me. I talk like how God told me to talk and to use my voice. The power of my voice is speaking to the people I need to speak to, and you need to learn how to speak to the people you need to speak to. Yes. Not speaking on there on other things that does not matter, because it's so much that matter in life. Yes. It's so much that matter. Like, people are dying. People around here lost people to COVID. Rest in peace to my mother-in-law. People out here are losing to depression. People out here are losing to domestic violence. We got so much we can do in this world, and learn how Black people, young Black men, are dying every day on the gunshot of a police officer and the gunshot of our own people. Come on. Yes. And we need to learn how to come together and use our voice. And let us know that we are Black people. And I love all people, don't get me wrong. But Black people, the way we stand together is the power of collaboration. When you have the power of collaboration, it out trumps the power of competition, because it ain't no power in competition. Competition is darkness. Competition is darkness. Intimidation is darkness. Jealousy and evilness is darkness.
And let me say this: when you operate in those things, right? Yes. People don't want to call it out what it is. It's a form of witchcraft.
It's a form of witchcraft, and it's cursing, and we got to break those generation curses. No weapon formed against us should prosper. No curses, no witches. They better get on that broom and go and fall back in the pits of hell. In Psalms 35, it said, whatever ditch they dug for me is going to, I plead you, Lord, to let them fall in that ditch. So they can go on and get on their richest brew and go back to the enemy where they go to, because you know what? We still got a chance. Yes. The enemy never have a chance. He will cast out to the pits of hell forever. He the only one don't have a chance. All us that God is still breathing through our nostrils, all us that God is still waking up in the morning, we still got another chance.
Another opportunity, you all. What are you going to do with the opportunity? What did you do today with the opportunity that you had? What are you going to do tonight with the opportunity that you have? We have an opportunity to forgive. We have an opportunity to love more. We have an opportunity to do something different. We have an opportunity. Why? Because now is your time. Today is your day. And you feel blank, whatever that blank is. But now is your time. Today is your day. Not to allow your past to haunt you anymore. Because that's a trick of the enemy. Not to allow people to take over and tell you what you're gonna be and what you can't be and what you can do and what you shouldn't do. And look, you can't tell me what I need to do, should have, would have, all these things, because I hear from God, right? I'm going to the throne, right? I said a few weeks ago, get off the phone and go to the throne. Get off the phone and go to the throne. Get before God for yourself, because even when it comes to your salvation, Dr. Peters can't do your salvation. I can't do your salvation. Amen. Your mama and daddy and whoever else can't do your salvation. So you have to say, you know what? I'm going to walk this thing out. I'm going to choose not to allow my trauma. I'm going to choose to speak up and not be silent. I'm going to choose to walk in peace. Because look, y'all, it's a choice. And it's not saying that you're not going to be tempted. right? Yes, those coworkers are somewhat gonna tempt you, but how you're responsible for your actions. You're responsible of where you're gonna go next. You're responsible for trying to stay in the pit and not go further. You're responsible to say, look, God, now you said in your word, and he don't mind us reminding him, like you. Some of us try to be all deep and stuff. Look, I say ain't, and I'll be like, okay, Jesus, what's up with this? Like, okay, you want me to do this? Okay, but now I'm at a point. You are once again, we got to grow up. When we grow up, it's spiritually, right? When we grow up spiritually, then there are certain things in the natural realm. You're not even. It's like my dad said, we ain't even crying over no spilled milk. Someone talking about you, that's spilled milk. Like, okay,
that's spilled milk. And you can't worry about that because they talked about Jesus. Jesus knew who was going to betray him. And when you tap into the power of God, you're going to know who betray you either. You know what, on my team, I knew exactly who was going to betray me before it even happened. That's how you know when you got a good relationship and you done tap into the power of God and have the spirit of discernment. You got to have a spirit of discernment. Stop thinking that everybody come your way is your friend or everybody come your way is for you. You got some people that are confidants and you got some people that are your enemies.
Right.
You got to know the difference. And you got to tread
people by their spirit. Know people by their spirit.
Know people by their spirit. Because they're going to let their light shine. They light will shine.
Yes.
Your light will shine among people when your spirit is right.
Right, but that's the thing. You got to make sure your spirit right. A lot of times we want to point out everything else about other people, but look at your own stuff and say, okay, are you an honest person? Right.
A lot of people feel because they making money that covers their spirit too. No, it don't.
It don't.
You can be the best actress. You can be the best coach. You can be the best speaker. You can be all that and still have a rotten heart.
Come on.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about what you say. It's about what you do.
Right. I always say, Dr. Nichole, I say, don't talk about it, live it. Don't talk about it, live it.
Yeah,
when you talk about the word, live it. Live the word.
You know what? I remember when certain people wouldn't even talk about projects or talk about where they were from. They wouldn't talk about the darkness. Now I see people changing their speech because they see I came real with it. Now why you can't? Now they own it now. And that's why I say that's how God used me, and I'm glad because of some people wouldn't talk about their darkness. Now they're letting it out.
Yes. I
have watched people. You go back and watch their speech from 5 years ago, and now watch how they talk now.
Right, they sharing all the stories. They sharing all the stories.
They doing it all now.
But I love
this girl was not afraid. You got to be bold as a lion.
That's what I say. I said when I came on the scene doing Facebook Lives, I came up here just being me. I ain't need to be nobody else. I was just being, this what you gonna get if you see me in person. This what you gonna get on these videos. This what you gonna get in Walmart. This what you gonna get in church. This is just who I am. I don't have to front. I don't want to be nobody else. I just want to be Carlika Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Yes, Amen. All of that.
That's
it. I want to be me.
It. Just want to be me and let me be me because God loved me for me. Why can't you? People are always talking about come as you are. It don't have nothing to do with that Gucci outfit you wearing. You know, darn well. Come as you are is how you come in the spirit and let God change you. A lot of people feel like because they got them red bottom shoes on and they driving a Porsche or whatever, then that's I'm highly blessed. You got to realize the enemy was blessed too. The devil get blessed. People that's in darkness get blessed. Because at one time I was wondering, did they just get blessed?
Those are materialistic things.
Yes.
Save your money, work for what you need to do. You can buy those things. But what things you cannot buy, you cannot buy integrity. You cannot buy love. You cannot buy honesty. You cannot buy a pure heart. You cannot buy ethic attitude. You cannot buy confidence. You cannot buy belief. You cannot buy faith. You got to develop this stuff. And people want to talk about having skin in the game. It's skin in the game when you can implement these things in your life and you don't just talk about it, but you live it every single day. Because that is what makes the difference.
That's it. And when you can sit there and show how you did it from skin in the game, then how you thrive in the grit, how you lost things. You know what? I remember one time I thought it was over for me when I lost my Range Rover. But first of all, I had a Range Rover with a $25,000 of income, of yearly income. What I'm doing with a $80,000 truck with a $25,000 income? Tell me, Carlika.
I'm gonna sip on that. I'm gonna sip on this hot tea.
Okay, because they'll get to you, put the money down, they'll get you like a fool knowing you aren't supposed to have it. And I had to get some things in order. You get what I'm saying? I had to really get some things in order for myself. And you got to learn this. You don't have to please people.
Come on.
In the world, you got to please God and let him bless you for other people in the world.
Yes. Look, Dr. Nichole, we're going to hop over to this chat real quick. Let's shout some people out. Dr. Jerry is in the building. You all.
Hey, Dr. Tomorrow we got tomorrow we got our book, My Walk Past Hell. Dr. Yolanda Jerry, get ready to get it, y'all. I'm a co-author.
It's dropping, y'all. Look, we've been talking about this thing, so I hope y'all ready. My Walk Past Hell. And look, Dr. Nichole Peterson took us all the way there with her life experiences and everything. And so my Walk Past Hell dropping tomorrow. You also look, be on these social media streets so that you can go ahead and get your download so you can support. We don't talk about it. We live it. Dr. Yolanda says, look, sometimes all people have is what they have. Are you going to deny a stripper from coming to Christ because all they have is a short dress? No, girl, come on in with your short dress, your platform heel, whatever you got on. It don't even matter.
And if they came in there butt naked, the choir should be able to take off their robe and put it on her.
Right. Clother. Thomasina says reevaluate your perspectives. Yes. That is so important. That is so important. Because whatever you think, it's what you're going to speak. And whatever you speak, it's what you're going to do. And whatever you choose to do, you choose your actions, it's going to change the course of your life. Teresa says you better preach. They will show you who they are. Yes, you are. And we just got to believe it. Westine says, stop doing God's job. Come on, Miss Westine. Says, yes, power. We have power, but you can't use what you don't recognize that you have. Come on.
Amen.
You gotta be able to recognize what you have. Thomasina says, when you are up or down, they come and allowing God to work is blessings upon your life. Right. We give it all to him. I don't fight no battles because I'm going to sleep. I ain't stand up. I ain't knucking and bucking. I ain't doing none of that because I know the power that I have in God. I know my power. Okay.
I know my power.
Shoot
my
the
strength
kill.
from God is my power. His joy is my strength.
All day.
All day long. I'm not
every day, every day. Okay,
every day.
Says, on your broom and fall back into the pits of hell. Nichole Peters, right? And that's what we got to cast these things out. You all. We can't be afraid to call out these.
We can't be scared. We can't be afraid. We can't be scared. I tell people all the time, even bullying and controlling people is a form of witchcraft.
It is.
If you think that you can control people and bully, look, God even guides us, Carlika. He give us, now don't get me wrong, he can control us, but he give us a choice. Are we going to go with him? Are we going to go with the enemy? But he give us a choice. So if he can guide us, why can't other people do the same? Why you think you got to control people? You can't bully people and control people. I just look at them and I laugh because I be like, okay, they think I'm the little elephant in the room. Just don't know. Don't know. I'm one of God's giants. I speak it out my mouth. I am great. I am strong. I am good enough. I am big.
I'm his favorite. Okay, we're all his favorite. But I say I'm his favorite. Like it's no good thing you're gonna withhold from me, long as I am walking upright, right? And so that's how we are. And some of us are blocking our own blessings. It's not other people. No one can block your blessings.
Nobody can block your blessing, but you.
Mavis, what's going on, Mavis? We've been praying for you.
Mavis.
We love you. Mavis says,
D-Moore, that's my sis there. Hey, D-Moore.
I love some Mavis. I love.
Hey, Larissa.
Dr. Jerry says, mind your own business and your calling. Come on, stay in your lane. Walk your lane. Apply and act. Come on, you all apply the word. Act on the word, taking action. Look, these comments are just coming through. Darissa, that's my word too, honey. Yes. Manifestation. And we are seeing God moving suddenly. He's doing some things like this, you all.
Like this. I'm telling you, I have seen my life change in a way that only God. I just got a whole nother contract speaking to it for all around the world, from Barcelona, Spain, to Paris, France, to Australia, to Rome, Italy, to Tokyo, Japan, to UK. I just signed this contract, y'all.
Come on.
Just signed this contract. It's like every time I'm almost doing a show, I'm signing a contract. So what that tell you about God? I don't have time to worry about no darkness when God got me in light.
Come on. We don't have time to focus. Selena says, if God bring you to it, he's going to bring you through it. I went to a church on Sunday. I visited a church and the pastor said, Pastor McKnight, he said, if it's his bill, it's his will.
Amen.
Right? If it's his bill, it's his will. And I was just like, that stuck with me because guess what? If God said do it, he's already got all the resources. He already have everything lined up. If it's his bill, then it's his will. If it's his will for you to have that TV network, guess what? That's why you're getting these contracts because it's his deal, and he's like, here you go. But I'm telling you all, he's moving suddenly, and God is doing, but you got to be prepared and in position. So are you prepared and are you in position to receive the overflow? But or are you still stuck and you focusing on other things that don't even really matter, that's not even going to serve you any good now or never?
If you keep on focusing on things that don't matter, you're going to eventually think you don't matter.
Yes.
So you got to know that you matter. You got to know your value. You got to know who you are and whose you are. Yes. You got to know this. Snatch back your power.
Y'all heard it. What she
saying? Take it all back. Take it all back. Take it all back.
In the comments, snatch back your power. And like Dr. Nichole said, you all, because I respect her time, and you all, look, you all have showed up on tonight. I told you didn't want to miss it. You did not want to miss it because this is what this is about. Transparent, transformational conversation. No one's coming up here. Look, you ain't never going to find no one up here who coming up here and going to be fake and phony, because let me tell you, that conversation be about 15 minutes. Don't play with
it. Sure will. Don't play. Don't play. I can't do it. I get the itches around. I can't do it.
Don't play with me. I'll be like, all right, so you all, thank you so much for joining.
And have a blessed day.
Mm-hmm. And you all be blessed. In broadcast. In broadcast, and let me go get in the bed, because what we don't have time for is people not being willing. So look, ladies, the floor is open. If you want to be a guest up here, the floor is open. We want to hear your story. Why? Because God is raising up women.
Yes.
Speak up and speak out. And so now is your time. Today is your day to do just that. I would love to have you as a guest so that we can have a a transparent, transformational conversation. And so like Dr. Peter said,
and don't be scared to be real. Do not be scared to be real. Do not be scared to come as you are. Because one thing about it, either going to help you or they're going to run away. And the ones that run away was not for you anyway.
Come on.
Be who you are.
Don't be who scared. You are.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
I love it.
You know what? Because God's going to position you in the right places that you need to be in. When you ask for it and you will receive it. God said, if you ask, you shall receive.
Yes.
The scripture says this.
Y'all, but we got to take action. Asking is an action word. You got to open up. You got to ask. You got to open up your mouth. And so, look, Dr. Nichole, she said tomorrow, you all, tomorrow, a new project that she is a part of.
The 29th.
Walk Past Hell.
It's on the 29th.
Mm-hmm. The 29th, it is dropping. So you all make sure that you get connected. Instagram, CEO Believe in Your Dreams. You can look her up right on Facebook too. Dr. Nichole Peters, all across social media. But make sure you get connected to this mighty woman of God. Make sure you're connected. So look, not just so you can see all the amazing things that she's doing, but you might got some questions like, how you doing what you're doing? Right? Right. A lot of times people don't want to ask questions. Ask questions. What she say? Ask and you shall receive. I'm going to just listen there though. Don't ask nothing that you don't want the real answer to.
Glory.
Damn, I'm just saying. Don't ask.
I'm not going to sit here and say that I ate peaches and cream and ice cream and my life was that's how I got where I'm at. No, baby, I'm gonna teach you how I got from the beginning to the end. It was nothing but hell. Ever since I was young, I had dreams versus nightmares. But in the end, I believed in those dreams.
Yes.
Believe in those dreams. Those your vision from God, and let Him handle those nightmares.
Yes, yes. Thomasina says on Amazon, or how do I purchase it? Dr. Yolanda, Thomasina, message Dr. Yolanda Jerry, but it'll be all over social media, even tomorrow, but I'm sure it will be on Amazon and different things. But you want to get my Walk Past Hell dropping April the 29th. Talisa says, I definitely need her information. Dr. Nichole Peters across social media. You can inbox her. You all that inbox etiquette now, but inboxing people is on a professional level now, just the right way. But look, ladies, for those who have tuned in, we appreciate you all. We appreciate you. If you would like to be a guest on the F It Show, you're more than welcome. Just inbox me F It Show and we'll get you all set up.
Yeah.
And so you all look, if this been good to y'all.
Yeah.
What I want, I'm trying to think what I want y'all to put in this chat. If this has been good to you, I just want you to pluck it in the chat. Pluck it in the comments, because look, just pluck it. If this has been good to you, then hey, Dr. Joe, what's going on? Yes, it is going down tomorrow.
It's going down. Yes,
my
it is.
Past hell. And I often see Dr. Nichole Peters on social media just doing her thing. So I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on allowing God to use you.
And I got another call I have to get to now, but I am so glad.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for inviting me, and I love to come back again. I can't wait to interview you on my TV show too. Let's make it rock.
Let's make it happen. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, ladies. So you all have heard it on tonight. I hope you all have enjoyed yourself. Look, I see the pluckets coming through. I see them coming through. So make sure you connect with her on social media. CEO Believe in Your Dreams, because look, you all, not only do you need to believe, but you have a community of people believing with you that, you know what, you can do it. You can do it. Go out there, stand up, speak up, and remember, when you change your perspective, you change your life. Look, I see, just pluck those things off that are not serving you any good in your life, right? Pluck off those things that you've been holding on for so long and say, you know what? Now it's my time. Today is my day that I'm going to release these things out of my life. I'm going to release the negative energy. I'm going to release the negative people. I am going to release some things so that I can do what? Have an effort attitude. And what does that look like? You have faith. You're faith in it. You're facing it, and you are fulfilling it. So drop those effort in the comments. I already see them coming through. Once again, we appreciate you all tuning in. If you want to be a part or be a guest on the F It Show, look. We would love to have you. I am going to quickly put that link in the comments for you, that if you want to be a guest on the F It Show, like I said, we would love to have you. But look, you all, so many amazing things are happening in your life, in everyone's life, and now is your time. Today is your day to show up like never before. So if you want to be a guest on the F It Show, that is the link right there. Go ahead, just pick a day that you want to, that's available for you to join, so that we can chat about your journey of effing it up, faith in it, facing it, and fulfilling it. And so I love it. Thank you, Talisa. How are you? Thank you. I appreciate you all so much. So much. Thank you, Robin and Pam. Shoot to kill, you all. Go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Faith it, face it, fulfill it. Be committed to doing those things. Yes, I see the pluckets coming through as well. Thank you all so much. I can't say thank you enough. And I know I keep saying it, but I'm so appreciative. When you have a heart of gratitude, right? A heart of gratitude. You can't even say thank you enough. But I know you all enjoyed this, because I surely enjoyed this on tonight. Let go of some things. Thank you so much, Thomasina. We appreciate those who share, because we never know, right? We never know what someone may be needed. We never know what word may be someone's word from a broadcast. So that's why we share out. But I would love to get connected with you all. If I'm not, let's stay connected. Let's keep doing what God has called us to do. Don't shut up. Ain't no time to be silent now. It's time to stand up. It's time to speak up. And it's time to show up like never before. Thank you, Dr. Sapp. All right, you all. I'm out of here. Remember, when you change your perspective, you will change your life. I am Carlika Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that. And I will see you all back here on tomorrow with another amazing guest. And so look, once again, if you want to be a guest, look, inbox me, or just let me put the link up one more time, or just go pick a day that's most feasible for you. And let's make it happen, right? Let's make it happen. Let's collaborate. Let's have a chat, transparent, transformational chat. So look, with that being said, I'll talk to you all later. Have an amazing night, you all.